No matter how many Pokemon I get, you're still my favorite, buddy. How's it howlin', everybody? Wolf Prince Leon here, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Legends Arceus. In the last couple of episodes, well, a lot kind of happened. So, let me try to skim through the cliff notes here. Don't know how long it's going to take. Ahem! After defeating and pacifying the rampant Cleaver, we explored the two areas of the Obsidian Fieldland that I had not explored yet up until that point, encountering several new Pokemon, including two Alpha Pokemon, Alpha Snorlax and Alpha Heracross, amongst others. From there, we began training a lot of my Pokemon, including evolving Pichu into Pikachu, as well as getting all my Pokemon to level 30, and in the process, I got a new Alpha Graveler named Crash, while Quake is just chilling in the pastures, and I not only did I catch and evolve a Chimchar into a Monferno, I also got a Happiny, and in the process, I also evolved my Luxio Sonia into Luxray, and I also got a few extra Alpha Pokemon to go along as well. Oh. There we go! That ought to summarize it well. So in this episode, it's finally time to actually get to work. So without further delay, let's get wild. So we need to go see the captain, I believe. Or was it the higher up, the commander or whatever. It's been a few days since I played this game because I was really focused on the Digimon stuff because I really needed a break from this. It ain't easy making all those title cards and stuff, people. I make them from scratch. And in case you haven't noticed, or for those of you who have noticed, I've been using TCG artwork for the title cards to make sure it's more authentic, in a sense. Anyway, we gotta talk to the commander, so let's do this. So what do we got? Ursaluna? Uh-oh. This does not look good. Definitely gotta agree there, but why do I get the feeling I'm about to accidentally volunteer myself for this? So first Cleaver and now Ursaluna? Ooh, ouch. Of course, we're the only ones people can rely on these days. Not surprising, really. Ooh! Ouch! Gotcha pegged, though, don't you think? Ew, one of those types. I think I could figure something out. Uh-oh. The Crimson Mirelands. So I'm going to a brand new area, huh? Woo! Fun! Yep, the Crimson Mirelands. So I did remember it right earlier. Fearsome than those in the Obsidian Fieldlands? Oh, come on, people! Not all Pokemon are vicious creatures. Some of them are very likable. You'd be surprised what kind of Pokemon you can find out there in the world. I mean, years from now we've got almost 1,000 identified. But that's a time far beyond yours. Anyway. Oh. So yeah, another reason you want to have your rank as high as possible, as my little brother informed me not too long ago, you actually can't get to certain locations unless your rank is high enough. And since I'm about rank 5, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, I should be more than enough to handle the Crimson Mirelands. This is actually why I recommend trying to grind as much as possible in each area, to bring up your rank as high as possible in order to make sure you're high enough rank to get to each area. Not only that, but as you probably noticed, the higher your rank, the higher leveled Pokemon will obey you without question. And that is very important to me because I like to be ahead of the game, have my Pokemon stronger than the minimum they usually have on certain areas. Not just in this game, but in any game, especially with ones with the gym leaders and all. Solaceon Ruins. Isn't Solaceon that cell-like monster? Anyway. Right. So, we have a job to do. Let's get it done, people. Alright. We have a job to do, so let's get it done. Wait. Akari? What are you doing over there? What is it this time? Hello, Akari. Oh, great. You know what? Bring it on! You and your Pikachu. So now we have another battle against Akari. Now she has 2 Pokemon as opposed to 1 before. And it's a Pokemon that I can't even talk about because it's not a wild one. Still, Mime Jr., I believe, is a Psychic and Fairy attribute Pokemon. So we need to avoid fire types here. Or is it the other way around? I can't remember. Still, let's show them what we got. You've got a level 19 Pokemon going up against a level 30. I don't think you're going to have much chance. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. You want to play that game? I can play that game. One flame wheel, hold the onions. They'll probably be too crispy anyway. And that's the end of that. It's not your fault. I kind of grinded a little to make sure my team was ready for this. Hey, I would like to be prepared, okay? Huh? I don't even have any of these things. But I'm betting it's going to be in the Crimson Mirelands anyway. Say what now? Space-time distortions. You might want to fill me in on this one, because this is a first. Ew. So yeah, as of this moment, in any area, these time-space distortions or space-time distortions are going to appear. They have rare items, like one I could use to get Cleaver from Scyther, but at the same time, they're going to have very uber-powerful Pokemon. Like, probably even stronger than mine. So, if you want to go in there, you need to be careful. You either need to be extra strong, extra sneaky, both, or like, you basically need to be ready. Like, if you're going to do it, you need to be doing it because you want to get the items. Or like, it's your goal. Do not try to go into them accidentally. Believe me, I can attest, that is a disaster waiting to happen. Anyway. So yeah, it looks like we're going to over here. The other side of Mount Coronet, I guess. Ooh, check that out. This is a very pretty area. Already different from the Obsidian Fieldlands. Hello, Laventon. Poison-wielding Pokemon, so poison types? Solaceon Ruins, yeah. Isn't Solaceon that cellular Pokemon that is the final form of Solosis in Gen 5? Yep, it's just now explaining what I was explaining earlier. Sometimes when these appear, like, if you want to go for it, be prepared. If it appears when you're not trying to, get out of them fast. Of course. I've been to the move tutor several times already. You don't have to tell me twice. Alright. Thanks for the battle anyway, but let's see. Nothing to craft right now. Anyway, let's roll. And a quest. Every time I hear Go-Getters, I especially think Team Go-Getters of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. That was one of my favorite Pokemon specials of them all. Like, I've always been enamored with the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon series, especially since you get to be a Pokemon rather than control them. Maybe further down the line we can do Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX. Roselia, huh? So, the Golden Lowlands? Okay. So it's another Pokédex completion mission. But for now, we need to keep rolling. And there's our first Pokemon of the day. Ghastly. Originally intended to be the counter to the Psychic-type Pokemon, Ghastly and his evolutionary line was the only Ghost types introduced in the original 151 of Gen 1, or the Gen 151 as I've become to call it. The problem was that Ghost types were good against Psychic, but Poison types were weak to it, making it weak against the Pokemon it was supposed to counter. But don't let that fool you. This is still a very good line. Ghastly in particular has a very high special attack and speed, making it very good at doing what it's supposed to do if it can get those hits in. And with later generations introducing moves like Shadow Ball and Shadow Punch, it can really fulfill the role it was meant to as long as it doesn't get hit by a Psychic type in the process. The downside of coming at night. Well, as they say, carpe diem. Gotta seize the day! Alright, there's a Psyduck there, so no title card with that one, because we got that one last episode, or rather, last area. Hardy Grains. I remember that being part of a task before. Carnivine! Now here's a very interesting Pokemon. Not only is this the first Pokemon we've talked about that does not evolve at all, but if not for Paris and Chirim, this would have technically been the first exposure to a grass type we would have had in the game. Carnivine's claim to fame is physical attack, but it also has a decent special attack. But what's weird is that it doesn't have a lot of speed, which is also kind of interesting because in the anime it was shown to be a bit like agile and speedy, especially during the lily pad contest. Regardless, if you want a physical attacker, this is a good start, but I don't recommend keeping it, mainly because pure grass types tend to have a lot of weaknesses, unless you have some decent defenses like a Blossom does, you might be in trouble. Well, they did say poison-wielding Pokemon, and Ghastly is half poison type. Well, here goes something! Huh. I got it. Already that's 2 new Pokemon. And 2 new title cards. Goody. Did I just hear a Pichu? Wait. I already have a Pichu thanks to the previous area. Heck! I got 2. A normal one and a alpha one. More hardy grains. Something tells me some of these things are just background noise. To try to give you that ambience feel, like that environmental feel. Let you feel like you're actually in this world. In this open wilds. Alright. You know what? I say we teach this Ghastly a lesson! As I was saying, I say we teach this Ghastly a lesson! Confusion, let's go! Easy peasy lemon squeezy. When you know what you're doing like I do? More iron chunks. Hold up. What's that? Whoa! Blindsided me! Shadow Ball! Whew. That was a surprise. Then again, that's ghost types in a nutshell. Just like the Ghastly Drifloon can teleport too and catch us by surprise. It's probably a good idea for us to double back and wait until morning. Whew. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. We need to get to that ruin. Hello! And with the morning comes a new Pokemon, Badoo! Okay, not that I'm complaining here, people, but did anyone honestly expect a whole evolutionary line for Roselia in the first place? Introduced in Generation 4, Badoo is meant to be the seed or the bud that blooms into the roses of Roselia. Its best stat is special defense, but it's got some decent special attack and speed. But you gotta be careful with this one. Again, it's just the bud, the baby form. But once you get it to Roselia, it's gonna be a good journey into Rose Raid big time. Let's see now. Alley-oop! Uh-oh. Nice try, pal. Great. Whoa! Oh, you want to play that game? Let's try this one then. Easy peasy. That makes 3 new Pokemon. And this is actually a good way for us to see about the Roselia mission. Alright. It looks like there's a shaking tree over there. So we need to cross this bridge in order to get over there. Uh-oh. Looks like the ruins have their own bodyguard. Maybe now is as good a time as any to introduce into battle my Scyther! Show him your moves, buddy. Silver Wind! All right. Our direct stop is over here. Do we want to explore now, or do we want to wait until after we see what's up? Let's wait until after we see what's up. Solaceon Ruins. Oh, wait a minute. Solaceon is the Solaceon town! Reuniclus is the cellular Pokemon. Why did I get those mixed up in the first place? Whatever. Is that a bee barrel? That looks like a bee barrel. Yes? Yes? Here we go again. That's right. Indeed I did. Hey, I did what I had to without having to catch the thing. Be grateful I didn't go trainer on it. You did not just accuse me of that! You're another one of those types, aren't you? Oh, really? Then how do you plan to deal with the situation? You guys gotta set aside this rivalry. Clearly, this is a good point of... You again! Gladly. Alright, pal. Have you gotten any better since our last battle? Everybody? In case you didn't catch the bonus episode, this is Sonia. She's now a Luxray, fully upgraded. You're going down! Attaboy. Girl. Gibble! Okay, good news. Uh-oh! Tanya! You are going to pay for that! You see, the thing about dragon types, they have three major weaknesses. Themselves, ice type, or fairy type! Nobody takes out my Pokemon and gets away with it! Sorry, Sonia. Thank you. What? Wall fragment? Oh. No, actually. Ew. Bandits. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe if I can get the fragment back, she'll trust me. So in other words, in order to get moving, we gotta take care of them. Near Mirelands camp? Again, maybe if we get the fragment back, she'll trust us enough to let us help with Ursaluna. So now we have a mission.